Hi guys, so Anita and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to share with you my May TBR. May doesn't have as many plans as my April TBR did, but I do have 11 books on my TBR that I want to get to, and everything else I read will be up to what I feel like. I have a couple of things I want to try and do that is not part of the TBR, and I hope I can make it work, but I'll let you know more about that if it happens. So these are the books that I am definitely going to be reading this month, and I will tell you why I decided to do it. Now, in April I had 19 books on my TBR, and I managed to read 17 of them. And one that wasn't on my TBR, so I'm definitely happy about my progress over April, so I hope I can continue that into May. The first thing I'm going to talk about today is my stacking the series part. The first book I need to read for that is Deadly Sting by Jennifer Estep. Deadly Sting is the 8th book in the Elemental Assassin series, but this one is actually a book that was on my March TBR originally, but I never got around to it, so I need to read this before I can move on, because I have the next book after that on this month as well. The second book from my Stacking the Series TBR this month is my next Discworld book, and that is The Fifth Elephant by Pratchett. I believe The Fifth Elephant is the next in the City Watch. Yes, it's about Sam Bimes, so I definitely think that is the sub-series, and I don't know anything about them. I never know anything about the Discworld books before I go into them, other than I might know the sub-series and who I'm going to be following. Otherwise, I don't know very much about them. So I'm looking forward to reading this, and yeah. I'd like to apologize if the quality is a little bit gloomy. It's extremely overcast outside today. The next book that I have on my TBR for the month is the next book in the Coffee House Mystery series. It's called French Pressed by Cleo Coyle, and this book 6 in the series. I just finished the 5th book and I didn't really like it, so I don't know how long I'm going to stretch having this on my Stacking the Series, but if the next one doesn't get better, I think I'm going to be DNFing the series, because I don't want to spend time reading a series that I'm so frustrated with. So we'll give this another shot, and then we'll see if it amends itself a little bit. And yeah. Now the 4th book is the next book in the Elemental Assassin series. It's called Heart of Venom by Jennifer Estep, and this is book 9 in the Elemental Assassin series, and I'm looking forward to also this one, hopefully. I'm going to be continuing with the next book in the Hollow series by Kim Harrison. The next book I have to read is Ever After by Kim Harrison. This is book 11 in the Hollow series, and I'm really closing in on the end of this, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a pretty long book, but I do enjoy the audiobooks for this. The last and final Stacking the Series book I have on my list is one I'm really excited to get. It is Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. This is the 2nd book in the Winter Night trilogy. The Winter Night trilogy, I read the first one, The Baron and the Nightingale, back in 2018, but I haven't picked it up since. I really loved the first book, so why I didn't continue with it immediately, I don't know. I think I sort of wanted to read it over winter, but then I didn't have time, and then I decided, well, I didn't even read the first one over winter and still thought it was really good, so I don't know why I have this sort of idea. So I decided to just put it in here, and I'm really looking forward to reading it, and I cannot wait to see where this series will go, and I hope I'll love it so as much as I loved the first one. So those were my 6 books I have on my stack in the series this month. Then I have 2 books carryovers for the Booktube SF Awards that I didn't finish or get to this month. The first one is one I'm currently reading, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I decided to instead focus on finishing Gods of Jade and Shadow by Celia Moreno Garcia, because I only had less than 100 pages left and I could finish that before May was over. But I have made a decent amount of progress. I'm on page 206 out of these 800 and something pages, but I still have quite a bit to go, so I will sort of work on this all over May and see if I don't finish it in time. The other book I have from my stack in the series is Starsight by Sanderson. This is also another one I didn't get to last month. So those are the only two from my previous month's TBR that I didn't get to, but I'm really looking forward to reading on in the series. We'll see, but this, considering I only have these two, I feel pretty confident I'll finish them all before I have to start voting for the Book to Best Awards. Then I have 3 more books that I'd like to try and get to this month. The first one is my classic of the month, and that's going to be Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is a reread actually, or well, I only read technically the first half of it, but I'm looking forward to try and rereading it and see if I don't get a little more out of it this time around than I did the first time I read it. Yeah, so this will be one I will be reading over May. Then I have the next Literally Dead book club pick is Fragments of the Lost by Meghan and Miranda. This is the May pick for that book club, so I'm going to try and see if I can get to it. I don't know how the library is doing for that, but I will definitely give it a fair chance to get to it, and we'll see how it goes. The last and final thing that I have on my list is my reread of the month, and that is going to be Frostbite by Richelle Mead. Frostbite is the second book in the Vampire Academy series, and I'm looking forward to reading on in it. This is the first one where I got really hooked on the series, so I'm really looking forward to see if I'm going to be enjoying this one as much. So those are my plans for this month. Let me know in the comments down below what you have of plans for the upcoming months. Are you planning on any exciting plans for May? Yeah, I'm really going to cut it short with because my battery light is flashing at me. So I need to finish this, and yeah, yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye!